Hi, and welcome back to Hook Eat Up. Today, we're going to be making a sauce that I use in quite a few of my recipes. Now, I don't have a name for this sauce just yet, so if you can, please leave a comment in the video section, or if you're seeing this on Instagram, give me a recommendation on what you think I should name this sauce. That way I can name it and use that name going forward. Now, I plan on using this sauce in the fish dish that I plan on catching tomorrow. So wish me luck on my fishing trip, and hopefully it all works out for the best. So for this recipe, you're going to need the following ingredients. You're going to need a good amount of extra virgin olive oil, some honey, smoked paprika, 1 red bell pepper cut into cubes, 2 shallots also cut into cubes. Now for the shallot, the total measurement is going to equal about 1/4 cup. If you don't have shallots, use red onion, or you could use a regular white onion. It's going to bring in a similar flavor profile. 1 lemon and 8 cloves of garlic. Now making this sauce is really simple and straightforward. The first thing I'm going to do is grab a pot, small saucepan, put that on high heat there. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm just going to take all of these ingredients here, the peppers, the shallots, and garlic, I'm grabbing the olive oil. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to allow that mix to deep fry until the garlic gets brown and the shallots start to soften. So now I've had the pepper, garlic, and shallots deep frying in the olive oil for about 8 minutes. Now I just checked it, now you see that it's at the right consistency. Just so you can see what this looks like, I'm going to take out a piece of garlic, 1 piece of red pepper, some of the shallots, just so you can take a look at what consistency you want these 3 to be at before we move on to the next step. Now since this is still piping hot, I'm going to let this rest. It's going to probably rest for about another 10 minutes, just so it comes down to a cool temperature. Now in that 10 minutes, it's going to continue to cook through the peppers and the garlic, but it won't overdo it because we now removed it from the heat. So it's just going to allow it to soften up just a little more, and we'll let that oil cool down before we hit it in the blender. Now that we let the oil cool down, I'm going to separate the peppers, onions, and garlic from the olive oil. Drop these all into the blender. All the oil that we didn't use to help emulsify the sauce, you keep it on the side, save it for another day. You could use that in a salad dressing, or you could use it to saute your vegetables. All of that pepper, garlic, and onion flavor is going to be in that oil, and it's going to always bring that flavor into whatever you use it in. So you might want to save that. So now that we have that, I'm just going to hit this. So that's the first rough blending of this. Now what I'm going to do is grab my measuring cup just so I have a little more control. Add the oil to the measuring cup. Now the balance of that oil is about 3/4 cup. So I'm going to add about another 1/4 cup of the olive oil. And then I'm going to add about a teaspoon of smoked paprika. I'm going to blend again. Now it's time to season the sauce. Now we're going to use lemon, but you could also use apple cider vinegar to add a little tartness to the sauce. I'm going to go with half a lemon, juice directly into the blender. And then we're going to put a tablespoon's worth of honey directly into the sauce. And this is going to sweeten it up. Bring out the flavor of the red peppers. And some salt to taste. Now you're going to keep adding salt and adjusting the flavor as you see fit. I'm going to add just about another 1/8 cup of the olive oil and blend it one more time. and see, and we're gonna start tasting it from there. Now that we have the sauce seasoned and blended again, I'm gonna give it a taste. See how it's coming along. Yep, you got it. Now how you want this to taste is smooth and rich, sweet, slightly tart, slightly salty. You want the flavor profile to be more on the sweet, earthier side than you do on the salty, vinaigrette side. Also the paprika brings in this charred flavor. The smoky flavor is gonna go really well with any kind of grilled or charred vegetable or meat. That's the flavor profile that you're looking for. Now, since I'm using this tomorrow, I'm just gonna spoon it into a bowl. The recipe in total made about 12 ounces, which is a cup and a half of the sauce. Got this beautiful orange color. Now if you use orange peppers or yellow peppers, with an orange pepper, it's gonna come out orange, but it's gonna be a paler tone. And the yellow is gonna almost come out like an in-between orange and yellow color. It's gonna be a little more pale. And if, as you know, each pepper has its own flavor. I prefer the color and flavor of red peppers. So I use the red peppers typically when I'm making the sauce. But at times I've done it with the orange or the yellow, or sometimes I'll mix them up just to change it up a bit. But typically, it's red. And there you have it, my red bell pepper sauce. As I said before, I don't have a name for this sauce, so I'm looking forward to your suggestions in the comments below. Now I'm going to use this in other recipes as the channel evolves, and you'll see exactly how I decide to use this sauce, but I'm looking forward to knowing how you plan on using it. Leave that in the comments below. If you're not already a subscriber, click that subscription button. Thank you for joining me at Hook Eat Up. See you soon.